Oh my god, I'm waking up again. I took a nap. So, I'm going to speak on confidence, uh, how I gained it, especially, working with like magic, what magically gave it to me, and how I went about that. So I had a big depression phase, right? Because I'm autistic, and as an autistic, I was a nonverbal for a while, meaning I wouldn't speak. I was one of the autistic people that wouldn't speak. I would sit there and I would fidget with my hands, and I would just stare, you know what I mean? Or just play with stuff, and I wouldn't talk. Play with my cars, whatever the fuck. But, I would never talk too much. What it was like, for me at least, it was a lot of social anxiety and depression. I hated myself for a lot of reasons. But when I got into the occult, I had a shift, okay? I got into darker things and I had a shift. At the time, I wasn't into demons or nothing, so nothing dark, but occult, right? It's kind of dark. I was looking into the occult, and after some time, I had this shift where my belief system changed. I believed, after watching some videos on, people dying and, kids remembering their past lives and shit like that, like children remembering past lives without being, nurtured into believing, saying so. People's near-death experiences, talking about, how they didn't die and go to hell or heaven. That really helped me, because I was a Christian mindset kind of person, and that really fucked with my head. And it fucked with my confidence a lot too. But when I realized I was spiritual and infinite, and I had no bounds, no end, and that I don't have to identify with only this body, and that this body doesn't constrain me at all, I lost my confidence issues a lot, because then I realized and I identified with my soul, my spirit, rather than just a body. And that helped me substantially, especially with confidence, dude. And then moving forward, it helped me with everything else as well. I no longer had the fear of death. It helped me with a lot of things, but it helped me with confidence so much, because I didn't have to worry about, identifying with only this face right here, which I had a problem with at the time, because I was autistic. I had these confidence issues. I couldn't talk. I was so stuck in a shell. But then I started to identify with the soul, and that gave me some power that I didn't even know of. It just started lending me power. It's like my higher self tapped me into something and gave me power, gave me confidence, gave me a little bit of happiness. And I think that it can do that for everybody, as long as you get that perspective change, a true perspective change though. Not just me telling you that, hey, you're infinite, you're a soul, you will always be. After you die, you're not going to heaven or hell, you're going to go to the astral realm. You can reincarnate like you have 1,000 times before, or you can come back to the astral realm and just be, and you don't have a physical face unless you want to have a physical identity that you identify with. So you don't have to identify with this body, with this stuff you went through, the stuff you learned. But I can't just tell you that. You have to actually believe it. Once you actually believe that, it's going to give you a massive confidence boost. And if you still don't have a confidence boost, I recommend doing something magically. But for me, that was what did it. That's what flicked the switch. Because I had a problem with my life experiences, who I was, my problems, my fuck ups, my issues, my everything. It allowed me to heal. It allowed me to get over traumas. It allowed me to recover. It allowed me to grow. It allowed me to become social. It allowed me to do so much. Just that little perspective change. And I had no idea that that perspective is what was holding me back. Perspective is a huge thing. And if you ever have an issue in life, think about if maybe a different perspective may have helped you. Maybe if you saw things from a different light, maybe you wouldn't be so upset. Maybe you wouldn't be so stuck. You know, maybe your evocations would work if you had a different perspective. You know, perspective is huge, and I didn't even understand that at the time. But yeah, that's all. Peace.